If you're thinking about staying at the LINQ here in the center of the Strip of Las Vegas, I'm going to give you 3 reasons to consider staying here. First, the pool at the LINQ. That is actually a hotel pool, one of the few in Las Vegas that's 21 and over. Also, this hotel is attached to the LINQ Promenade Entertainment District, which is a ton of fun. And this is one of the few hotels in Las Vegas that actually has bunk beds for Instagrammable moments. I'm Party Plan Brian, and I book about 75 to 100 groups a weekend between hotels, nightclubs, pool parties, and activities. I'm going to take you on a full property tour, give you a full room review here at the LINQ. Let's go in and check this place out. All right, so we just checked in with the mobile check-in process, which was super smooth. I do like the Caesars mobile check-in process. You basically put your ID in, then you got to put your credit card in, spits out your room keys. The whole process takes no more than 5 minutes, which is fantastic. And we're going to go up to the room, we're going to toss our stuff down, and then we're going to give you guys a full property tour here of the LINQ. So if you check in, you're going to be either in District 1, District 2, or District 3. I happen to be in District 3, so you got to walk all the way to the back of the casino. So the District 3 is going to be your furthest walk. If you want less walk, you probably request District 1 or 2. But District 3 elevators right here, you're going to go up. And it is kind of like one big building, but there's just different blocks of elevators to get up in different parts of the hotel. So it's not terrible. It's not that big of a casino, but we're heading upstairs to drop everything off, and we'll give you a full property tour. So some fun facts about the LINQ. There's 2,253 rooms, which is a pretty big hotel. It doesn't look that big from the outside, but it's actually pretty big. And this place actually started out in 1959 as it was like a flamingo version of something. And then it turned into the Imperial Palace around 1979 to like 2012. Then it turned into the Quad for just like 2 years. Then Caesars took it over, turned it into the LINQ, and they've been doing ongoing renovations. They've actually made this place really nice. It's upscale, it doesn't smell smoky. It's very nice, very nice vibe in here, if you will. And overall, Caesars has been keeping up the property, doing a pretty good job with this place, and actually really keeping the place alive, honestly. It's definitely a nice addition to their roster. And they did sell the LINQ Promenade. It used to be a Caesars own, but now they sold that, and now they basically pay rent over there for anything in the LINQ Promenade to a different group. But the Caesars does still run the LINQ Hotel and the Flamingo, but the LINQ Promenade is actually sold to another company. So really good value here at the LINQ, by the way. $5 domestic beer at all these places. 3535 O'Shea's, Catalyst, Rematch. I think 3535 might have closed. You got the Fly LINQ Bar, the Purple Zebra, Caesar Sportsbook. So that's going to be here at the, I think this is the Rematch bar right here in the center. This is the one that overlooks the entire casino. It's right in the center. Nice vibe here. It's got a really cool looking bar. There's some gaming. But this is going to be more of like a hangout place to have some social drinks, etc., than the gambling. So that's what this is the focal point of here. But it's right here in the center of the LINQ, kind of overlooking everything, which is really cool. But come over here and get a $5 beer. Not bad. So they don't have much of a sports book per se at the LINQ, but they do have a counter here where you can place your bets with Caesars. They also have some kiosks behind me over here where you can place your bets. And then they have a nice little viewing area here for, if you want this food truck here, which isn't open right now. It looks like Jersey Eats. But a little area to here, kind of watch sports. But there's a pretty cool sports lounge, which I'm going to show you next. So the LINQ really doesn't have a sports book, but they do have what's called a sports lounge, okay? The lounge is actually pretty dope. They have a big bar over here, very like a right angle table bar. Lots of TVs for viewing the gaming on the tables. And then they have plenty of lounge seating here. These are reserved seating for like groups, and then some cool couches over here if you want to get like bottle service, etc., to watch sports right here in the LINQ. So not a sports book, but a sports lounge. Worth checking out if you like sports and want to check out a big game. I guess I stand corrected. There is a mini sports book in here. There's like 2 rows of chairs and a big screen TV here. And this is right in the walkway from the promenade to the Harris here, the main traffic, if you will. But mini sports book. It's not really a sports book, but it'll do the job if you want to watch a game. Only about maybe 18 seats here or so. And then there's a little cool sports bar with good TVs. gaming. That's kind of a centrally located bar right here in the middle of the LINQ. Lots of places to grab drinks here, be social, and mingle with the other guests at the LINQ. All right, so there is a name tag on this bar in the middle here. This is called the Catalyst Bar. I didn't realize that earlier, but the Catalyst Bar is a nice place to kind of catch the people walking on the strip level, if you will, and right in front of the disco show when it lets out. This is going to be a happening area here on the weekends to grab some cocktails and have some drinks at the Catalyst Bar, and some gaming on the tables as well. So we did go into the high limit room and we did throw some money into the pinball machine all the way in back. There was a newer version of the pinball machine, which I don't necessarily always like. I like the older ones, but we did try the newer one. And guess what? We put 100 in and I cashed out $355. So a $255 win in the high limit room here at the LINQ on the pinball machine. So if you're at the LINQ, you want to play a little pinball, I recommend the one on the back on the right-hand side. So when you walk in from Guy Fieri's restaurant over by the Harris here, there's a nice liquor and essential store. It can be a little bit higher on the price side if you're looking to buy some beer, but they do have those nice refrigerators in the room where you can put your own stuff. So you're probably a little bit better off buying like your alcohol, if you will, down here and bringing it up to your room. They're not going to have those like mini bar options at the LINQ like they do at Caesar's Palace. So just up these escalators is going to be Hash House A Go-Go. This place has like twisted farm food. It's going to be your greasy, big portion breakfast food. Great place to have a meal after you've been drinking. This place is busy on the weekends especially, so make sure you make a reservation. You get into Hash House A Go-Go at the LINQ. So inside the LINQ, if you want to grab like a scone or some bakery goods or some coffee, there's a place called Myth Express right here. Looks like a real nice place. I haven't checked anything out there, but it looks good. Down here, you're going to find the Purple Zebra. That's going to be your daiquiri place, kind of famous with all the Caesars properties. Those long, tall drinks that tourists all carry around. Purple daiquiri or Purple Zebra down there for that. And then also a tattoo shop. There's going to be a Essential store down there as well. And there's also, it looks like a really nice deli down there at the end of the hallway here. So unfortunately, rest in peace, the disco show. This is going to be the show that Spiegelworld had here at the LINQ, and they actually done the whole outside of the building done up with the disco show, but this show never really hit the numbers it was supposed to, and it's not doing all that well. So they're going to discontinue this in January of 2026, unfortunately, but they are going to keep the Dinner Raw Steakhouse open. So if you want a fine dining option here, we're actually looking into putting this place into some of our packages. They have a pretty good deal over here for dinner that's reasonably priced that'll fit well into some of our packages. So looking into that. Dinner Raws for steaks going to be open. Disco show will be not in 2026. I'm guessing they're going to put something else here. Who knows what? But keep your eyes out on the channel, the Party Planner app, and we'll keep you informed. All right, so we're about ready to head in and have some lunch. Hope you guys like my casino tour. We're going to check out Guy Fieri's restaurant. This is called Vegas. I'm not sure the theme behind that. Obviously, it's going to be the Vegas edition of Flavor Town, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, we're looking forward to a nice meal over here. I'll let you know how it is. All right, so we just had a nice meal at Guy Fieri's Vegas. Okay, I had a pastrami sandwich, which I highly recommend. It was excellent. $31, a little steep for a sandwich, but it was good. I would definitely recommend it. The fries that came out were like fantastic. They were like all these different shapes and sizes. There were some crinkle fries in there, almost like some curly fries. Overall, they tasted really awesome. So I'm not a huge French fry guy, but I did enjoy those. My girlfriend had some, I believe it was like Korean street tacos, and they were really good too. I tried one of those, and I did like that as well. So overall, I think the bill was somewhere around, I want to say $80 with a tea and a Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi, and tipping everything around $80 for a couple of sandwiches, or a sandwich and a taco. Kind of what you'd expect to pay at a celebrity chef place out here in Las Vegas, but food was good. I'm not complaining. I did have a good meal. So check it out, Guy Fieri's Vegas restaurant here at the LINQ. All right, definitely one of the highlights of this property is a central location right across from Caesar's Palace. It's the LINQ Promenade. You do have the entrance to the LINQ, kind of blends in with the strip here, so you can either walk through the casino to get to the Harris over there, or you can walk along the strip. A lot of people opt to walk in through the casino. They throw a little money in the slot machine. That's the whole plan of that setup. But they do have a nice zip line up here. This is where you get the tickets, and then you walk inside, you get on the zip line and fly all the way down over to the high roller down there. And then, this is arguably the most prime corner in all of Vegas. You have the old Jimmy Buffett space right here. This is the Flamingo, but this is going to be Luke Combs Category 10. I actually did just a short form video on this place, but this place is going to be 3 stories. It's going to be a prime location. Same management company as Old Red, which is very successful over there, and this place should do really good. I would expect this place to be a big hit when it opens up in the spring or summer of 2026. For an entertainment option right here in the LINQ Promenade, you have to walk out of the casino, walk onto the promenade, and walk. This is east, and you can find Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club. Now, this isn't going to be Jimmy Kimmel every time. Like, he may be here once in a while, but probably not very often. He's going to have different comedy acts that travel around, and you're going to find, who's ever here your weekend, you can take a look at their schedule, buy some tickets, and catch a pretty good comedy act. We're going to have, obviously, top-tier comedy artists here in the LINQ Promenade. And then, not far, I just walked from the Paris Hotel. They have the Eiffel Tower there, which is another Caesars property, and we got a viewing deck up there. So the same day, if you wanted to fly the zip line, hit the high roller, and see the Bellagio fountains from the Eiffel Tower, you can do that, all Caesars property. All right, and so you can see the Brooklyn Bowl here. This is a full-on bowling alley, so if you want to come here and bowl when you're out here in Las Vegas, you can do that here. They also have a lot of live music, so a lot of times you'll see like the stanchions out here, and you'll see people lined up. It's generally like an emo type of crowd, like a lot of people wearing goth and black. Not exactly sure about any of these bands. I've never actually seen a band here. It is a place that we were going to work with, but unfortunately they do so many like acts here that it was difficult to like schedule stuff, because on nights when they have big events or acts, they weren't able to like accommodate our group. So we decided to pass on the Brooklyn Bowl, but it is a place to come bowl and watch some live music if you're into that kind of music. All right, so check this out. This is the pool at the LINQ. I think it used to be called the Influence Pool. I'm not sure if they still call it that or not. But anyway, this is a 21 and over pool. And what's really cool about it is it does overlook the LINQ Promenade. I'm standing right here in the LINQ Promenade, and you can see that it's, I believe it's the 2nd story up there, and you can walk up, you can actually look over the glass, and you can see the people on the LINQ Promenade. They do have like a DJ going up there, 21 and over. Like I said, it's not your standard hotel pool with kids and whatnot. Beer pong, some games and whatnot up there. So it is a vibe. They're trying to go after that trendy, like, 21 to like 29 crowd at the LINQ. That's kind of like the Caesars answer to the Cosmopolitan. And this is the pool that they have. It is free to go into if you're a guest. And they do have some Cabana rooms and whatnot along here. From what I understand, the Cabana rooms actually overlook the pool and are like connected to the pool. So that's kind of a weird, very rare thing to see in Vegas. So probably request one of those online or on the Party Plan app, look for the Cabana rooms. And one other thing they do have at this hotel is the bunk bed rooms. So great for vlogging for the bachelorettes or bachelor parties. And you can actually have the bunk beds in a hotel room, which is kind of unique. So I did notice here on the promenade, there are several open retail spaces. This used to be, I think, like America Bar or something like that. It was in the back of the LINQ all the way in the casino, but it didn't make it, okay? Then there's several places here that are like vacant. And this is high rent district over here in the LINQ Promenade. So if you're not one of the top tier places that gets a lot of business, it's gonna be tough to pay your rent over here. So probably look for a new place to be coming in here at some point. This is a prime location right here in the center of the LINQ Promenade, but unfortunately this one did not make it. So there are 3 really good restaurants and bars that are connected to the LINQ Casino. They're all basically connected from the back to the front of the promenade here. And that's gonna be your off the strip bar. And then you got the O'Shea's, which is like an Irish pub, if you will. And then you got this Chayo Mexican restaurant, which I've eaten at several times, Mexican restaurant, tequila bar. And the food's really good here. You just watch out if they have like a service fee that they like to add on the bill. And usually if you ask the waitress or the manager, they'll remove it for you. So the service fee is just a wasted fee, just taking your money for nothing. So remember to ask about that at the Chayo bar and just have them remove it. So up on the 2nd story of the LINQ, you got to find the escalators here in the middle of the casino, and you're going to find the Matt Franco Theater. Now, Matt Franco is a fairly, very famous magician here in Las Vegas. He has his own theater, which is obviously proof that he's a pretty big deal. And for a while, they were running the Chippendale shows out of the theater as well, but that is no longer. They have their own show now over at the Planet Hollywood with the Chippendale Theater. But the Matt Franco Theater is right here. And it's a good magic show, definitely worth checking out. Very reasonably priced as well. So if you're in the LINQ, make sure you check out Matt Franco. Then also on the 2nd story of the LINQ is gonna be your convention and event spaces, okay? Down here you can see it's not like as nice as some of the places I've been recently, like Caesars Palace or the M Resort, but it'll do if you're on a budget and you wanna get a room block here at the LINQ for a very reasonable price, and you want the event space for breakout rooms, corporate events, etc. I can set you guys up. I'm an IATI certified travel agent, and I do negotiate with these hotels all the time, getting room rates, room blocks, and then event spaces for breakout rooms at conventions, etc. So hit me up for that. I'll be happy to help you out. All right, on floor number 2 over here is going to be your pool in your fitness center. So let's go check that out. All right, so this is the entrance to the pool. I think it used to be called the Influence Pool, but now it's just the pool at the LINQ. They changed the name, branding, whatever. But it is closed this time of year. For those of you who don't know, that we have a winter here in Las Vegas, and there is a time when the pools are closed. So expect around mid-March, this will probably open up, and then it'll go around until mid-October, and then they close because it does get cold here at night. It gets dark at like 4:30, so pool season's not in full effect. So the pool is on floor number 2, which is where I'm at now. I'm gonna head up to floor number 5. Actually, floor number 6 is where the spa is, and then the spa is the entrance to the fitness center. So let's go check that out. So they do have a very nice spa here at the LINQ. It's not a place that I've actually checked out myself, but at least they do have a spa. Some of the more budget hotels do not. This place looks really nice. This is also the entry to the fitness center, so let's go check that out right now. So I made it up to the fitness center, and it actually looks pretty decent. It's not the biggest one I've ever seen for a hotel of 2,500 plus rooms, but it's good enough. They do have dumbbells up to 75, which is not bad. They also have the curl bars over there, which you don't really see at gyms too often in the hotels. They actually have like the fixed weight curl bars, which is pretty impressive. Looks like they have plenty of treadmills and bikes, and every time I've been up here, this is now the second time, it hasn't been that busy. So you should be able to get a good workout in and do what you need to do right here in the fitness center at the LINQ. All right, so this is the room tour of the LINQ. This is in Division 3. If you don't know how the LINQ is set up, there's a Division 1, which is the closest to the lobby. Division 2 is kind of halfway in between, and then Division 3 is closer to the parking lot. This is a king room, and it's actually pretty good. Let's take a look around. So we have a little chair here, a little bit of light, nice little switch here. It's a modern looking room. The whole vibe of the hotel has been remodeled and refreshed. So I'm pretty happy with the way the room turned out compared to a couple of the hotels I've been in recently, Excalibur one and Rio, the Masquerade Tower hasn't been remodeled yet. This is way nicer, definitely. So let's take a look over here. Now we do have the older school air conditioning system in here. It's not the central air. This is going to be one of those wall units. These tend to be a little bit noisy, and if you have a hard time sleeping, this might not be the best room for you, but it's not going off right now, so it's not very loud. Let's go over here. There is just one window. This does look like I face the Harrah's over here. Not much of a view. You're not paying for the view here. You're not supposed to spend a lot of time in these rooms. These rooms are more for come, change, shower, drop your stuff, and head out to the LINQ Promenade and other fun stuff that you can walk to around here. Actually, this room is better than I thought, so let's dig in and take a look at the whole bed area. All right, so what you'll see around this room is a lot of this very nice, like, thicker grayish wood, and it's like built into the whole room. It's on that wall, it's on this wall, which I kind of like. It definitely adds a nice flavor to it. You do have your Caesar's phone charger here with a stand-up charger, a couple USBs. It looks like they did install the new USB 2, which is nice, and then the older one is a couple of plugs. Lamp here, 2 light levels, and then a little bit of a drawer here on the side. Built in, this, like I said, this wood is like it's not really like a headboard. It's like mounted to the wall, and then the mattress kind of butts up against it. So a little bit different than what you see in most rooms as far as like a headboard goes. There's no headboard. This is the headboard. It's like a piece of wood on the wall, but it looks fine. Okay, so let's take a look at the bed here. Yeah, not bad. This bed is actually pretty good amount of firmness. It's not too soft, but it's not too hard either. It's kind of a nice mix. Probably would get a pretty good night of sleep here. So I'm okay with the bed. Let's check the pillows. Okay. Pillows seem good, not lumpy and stuff, very nice. I do like this this wallpaper on the back, but it does add a nice, very modern look to the room. Mixed with the wood, it looks really modern and upscale. Over here, similar setup. We have Just another bed stand built in. It's not beat up at all. It's actually pretty good condition. Phone. Another lamp here with a couple light switches. Everything looks good there. And then let's go take a look at the closet area here. Now, all right, most rooms have a closet when you walk in, but this one has like a built-in closet once you walk in, which is kind of unique. And here we got a few hangers, got an ironing board, an iron, luggage rack, decent amount of space to put stuff, couple shelves, ice bucket, couple of drawers to put your underwear, and we do have a safe and of course a fridge that is working, and you can put some drinks and whatnot in there. It's not like your minibar fridge where you're gonna have to pay for stuff in there. You can put your own stuff in there, which is nice. You can section this off with a curtain, which is kind of cool. So that's not bad. And then over here, the desk thing is kind of weird in my opinion. Like they left all this, like there's a little ledge here to put like a TV remote, but you know, obviously you have a TV. This is maybe a 50-inch TV. It's not terrible, flat screen, decent. But this is decent. They put a, you know, mounted it in sort of, so it looks like it's part of the room. But then the desk itself is really small. So like if you wanted to do some work over here, it's got a decent chair for sitting, but it's like a little drawer. But the area itself is small, just enough to fit a laptop. You do have a light over here, which is nice. 3 plugs. They do give you a coffee machine, which is nice, and they actually give you a couple coffees, so you could probably ask for more if you need it. One of the nice things about you know, the budget hotels, they'll give you the fridge you can use, and then they'll also give you some coffee that you can use, whereas some of the luxury properties, they don't even give you coffee, you have to bring your own. So that's kind of a trade-off. It is what it is. So let's take a look at the bathroom. All right, so we have some nice lighting fixture here. What I thought was interesting is they have like temperature control here, but then they also have like the air conditioner over there, which is kind of weird. So I'm not sure, maybe this controls the heat and that controls the air conditioning. That's my guess. So right now this is set at 72, it's comfortable in here. Full length mirror, which is actually kind of cool as part of the door. So it slides with the bathroom door, and then really cool picture. This is kind of some nice looking art. Thought that was pretty cool. And this area right here by the door is actually wider than you'd expect. So it's like a wide walkway. It's almost like a sort of like a mini room here. It's so wide. It's kind of a unique setup. Let's take a look at the bathroom. So we have a nice granite countertop here, 1 sink, enough room on either side. Kind of a cool designer mirror. Looks like a little bit of a painting job there, but it's not terrible. A little mirror for your shaving. And let's check to see if there's any drainage issues. Everything looks good here. No problems there. And then down here, this opens up. This is a nice little storage. Towels, hair dryer, and then your standard toilets. Everything looks pretty good here, clean. And then the shower. So you do have your shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. Nothing spectacular there, decent. A little place to put your towel up here. And then this is kind of cool, the way they did this. It's got like a kind of like a granite piping, if you will. Piping is behind the granite. And then let's take a look at the temperature here. See how long it takes to get ready. Recessed lighting in there. Full marble all the way around, which I like. Now there's no door here, so you know, it's got one of those setups where you have to pull the curtain to keep the water from going out. But it's not terrible. I prefer a door, but this will do. It is starting to get warm a little bit now. So water pressure is kind of so-so. I wouldn't give it a 10 on that for sure. Maybe like a 6 or even a 5, but it is getting warm, so it's not bad. It'll do the trick for a budget hotel room. I think this is better than some budget hotel rooms for sure. It's kind of in between. The marble makes it look really nice. But overall, I think the value of the LINQ is very good. The room is actually bigger than I thought it was going to be. It's got a modern look to it, and overall, it smells really nice in here. And I would say definitely good value if you're going to book a room here at the LINQ. Make sure you get a king, and you know, the District 3 is where we're at. I'm assuming the rest of the rooms are the same, but this one was really good value. All right, let's talk about the pros and the cons of the LINQ. Okay, number 1 pro, right here in the center of the strip. You got the LINQ Promenade connected to the place. It doesn't get any better than that. It also has a adult vibe, if you will. The 21 and over hotel pool brings that. You're not going to see a lot of kids and families here because they can't go to the pool. So obviously they can stay over there at the Harrah's next door or at the Flamingo next door and go to that pool, the family pool over there. But this one, 21 and over, they have beer pong, they have DJs. It's a nice vibe. It's a very good setup for, you know, the cosmopolitan budget, if you will. I call it the Caesars version of the Cosmopolitan. Another big plus for this place is the dining. Okay, they got the Guy Fieri, the Flavor Town here, which is pretty cool. They also have the Hash House A Go-Go, which is a very famous chain here. Get a great breakfast, get a great lunch. If you're looking for like a high-end dinner, you might want to go somewhere else. They do have that steakhouse here that's connected to the disco show, which RIP is going to be ending here soon. But there's a steakhouse in here if you want that. It's a Caesars property. Caesars Palace across the street. Tons of good restaurants over there. So your dining options are very good here. A lot of celebrity chefs, and you can find really good food here for sure. Now let's talk about the negatives. This place is a little bit dated. I mean, the place was built, I think, in 1959, originally called the Flamingo, then it was the Imperial Palace, and then I believe now it was a quad for like a couple of years, and now it's a LINQ. It is, an older property, so it's gonna have like your older air conditioners in there and whatnot. You did notice that when I did the room review. It is what it is. Central heat, but not central air, which is kind of annoying. It is a little bit lacking now in the show department since they lost the disco show. I'm sure they're gonna replace it with something, but right now, they only had to have that the Matt Franco Theater, which is pretty good, and they got the Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club, which is in the LINQ Promenade. And Brooklyn Bowl does have a lot of like bands and whatnot. If you're into like the different kind of bands they have over there, it's kind of like emo, if you will. A lot of times you'll see a lot of like emo people waiting in line, but that's what's they do at the Brooklyn Bowl, and it works for them. So it is what it is. So lack of shows a little bit now they lost the disco show. It is a little bit loud around here. We're in the center of the Strip, LINQ Promenade. You're going to expect to be around a lot of people. It's going to be a vibe in there, and there's going to be people. So if you're not into that loud, noisy type thing in the middle of the Strip, then you probably don't want to stay here at the LINQ. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my full property vlog of the LINQ. My cell phone's about 773-459-8133. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel for more, and bang the notifications bell. Also download the Party Plan app. Use the tool to plan your group travel anywhere in the world you want to go. You can put your full itinerary in there. You can keep track of your expenses. You can communicate with your group. It's a very handy tool. So make sure you hit me up if you're coming to Vegas and use the Party Planning tool when you travel. I'm Brian Pfeiffer, and I'm looking forward to mapping out your Las Vegas game plan. Let's talk soon. Goodbye.